On Tuesday, March 17th, CAF released a statement declaring a decision to strip off Senegal as the champions of the 2025 AFCON and awarding Morocco as the rightful winners of the AFCON 2025. This is news that shocked the entire continent, especially coming after 2 months the tournament had been played and Senegal had won 1-0 against Morocco in Rabat. In this video, we are going to unravel the basis for this decision. Is CAF justified? Does Senegal have a case? What do they intend to do? Do Morocco also have a case? What will be the likeliest outcome? It may be quite long, but I entreat you to be patient and work with me as we unravel this together. And if this is your first time watching me here on TikTok, give me a follow. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe as well. Now, let's dive into it. So, on Tuesday, March 17th, the CAF Appeal Board, headed by the Nigerian High Court Judge Roli Harriman, released a statement stating their final decision to award Morocco as the winners of the AFCON 2025. And this decision was based on the Tournament Regulation Article 82 and 84. What does the Article 82 say? So, according to the Article 82, which was used for the AFCON tournament, it says that if a team refuses to play or leave the grounds before the regular end of the match without the authorization of the referee, it shall be considered loser and shall be eliminated for good from the current competition. And Article 84 also is there to complement this provision by stipulating that any team contravening, which means that any team that offend or commit the Article 84 shall lose the game by 3-0. So this was the basis for their decision. And if you go according to this, it means that Senegal lost the game by 3-0. So the Moroccan Football Federation stated clearly that the decision to contest or appeal for this decision was not based on the sporting performance, but it is solely based on the application of the rules of the game. To get much insight about this whole situation, I want you to work with me as we look at the background context. So back in December and January, Morocco hosted the AFCON 2025, and it was one of the most well-organized AFCON in the history of the tournament. It was very well-structured infrastructure-wise. It was impeccable and very exciting. And anybody who came here could bear a witness to it until the very, very final. In the dying minutes of the game, Senegal scored a goal, but it was disallowed by the referee for an alleged pushing on Achraf Hakimi. A few minutes later, referee Jean-Jacques awarded a penalty after a review from VAR, saying that Malik Diop pulled Brahim Diaz. This decision did not sit well with the Senegalese coach Pape Thiaw, who encouraged his players to stage a walk-off. However, Sadio Mane stayed behind, and upon deliberation and consultation, the players came back. Brahim Diaz played his penalty, trying a penenka, and it was saved by the goalkeeper. The game continued to extra time, and then Senegal won the game by 1-0. So this is the background context of it. And this decision has created a split opinion among the populace. There are those who are in favor of CAF decision, who are saying clearly that rules are rules. And regardless of the fact that the game resumed and continued, Senegal should be stripped off and that Morocco must be awarded the trophy. Contrary to that, there are those who are of the opinion that no, although the rule says clearly that if you commit a forfeiture, you should be stripped off. In this case, it cannot be applied since Morocco resumed the play and then Senegal played fairly and won the game on the pitch. Therefore, the decision on the pitch must stand. This is the contradicting opinion among the populace. The question is Senegal justified and what do they intend to do? So, the Senegal Football Federation has already stated clearly that they intend to challenge this decision at the Court for Arbitration for Sports in Lucerne, Switzerland. And they are calling CAF decision as unfair, unprecedented, and unacceptable. And even the Senegalese government has gone further to express a profound dismay and calling for an independent international investigation into what they think is corruption by the CAF governing body. Do Senegal have a case? Well, the question is about the application of the Article 82. According to the Senegalese Football Federation, they are saying that CAF is being too strict and unfair in the sense that despite they leaving the pitch temporarily, they came back, resumed played, and they rightfully won the game. So, if CAF is still going according to their rules, they haven't been fair to them. Also, they claim that on what basis is a game considered abandoned? Because according to the regulation, there was no stipulated time on which the game would be considered abandoned. And they are saying that they went out for 15 minutes, came back and continued. So it cannot be considered abandoned, especially since Morocco did not protest and they rightfully participated in the continuation of the game. And speaking on this matter, experts have been interviewed, and one of them is the Raymond, who is a former arbitrator for CAS. And in the interview, he said that yes, the team did go off, but they did come back on, and so did Morocco. When Morocco came on, nobody said we are playing extra time under protest or anything. They played the 30 minutes, 15 each. Had they said we are playing the extra time under protest, maybe they would have had something. So these are the words of Raymond, who is a former arbitrator for CAS, and he was interviewed by ESPN. Now, Morocco's argument is quite interesting, and I think it's important that we look at that also. Morocco's argument is that if this decision does not stand and Senegal remains champions, we are setting a wrong precedent for the future, which means that in the near future, teams could use this temporary abandonment as a tactic to protest games, leave the pitch, regather themselves, come back refreshed, and have an advantage against their opponent. That's the basis of their argument. So for Morocco, they want a good precedent to be set for the future. On the other hand, Senegal also have several arguments in place, and one of them is the principle of approbate and reprobate. What it means is that to approbate means to accept something, and to reprobate means to refuse something. So in this case, you cannot approbate, which is to accept something, and reprobate at the same time, which is to refuse at the same time. So what they are saying that Morocco cannot refuse something that they rightfully accepted to participated during the game, and that if they were not in agreement with it, they should have instantly refused when they came back on that day, and not later on that the match has been played, the result has been declared and everything. So that's the first base of the argument. The secondly, they are trying to make a case out of the International Football Association boss law, the law 5.1 and the law 5.2. So let's look at these laws as well. The law 5.1 says that Each match is controlled by the referee, who has the full authority to enforce the laws of the game in connection with the match. The law 5.2 says that decisions will be made to the best of the referee's ability according to the laws of the game and the spirit of the game, and will be based on the opinions of the referee, who has the discretion to take appropriate action within the framework of the laws of the game. The decision of the referee regarding facts connected with play, including whether or not a goal is scored and the result of the match, are final. So this is the basis for Senegal's argument going to CAS, and they are saying that since referee Jean-Jacques did not whistle to declare the game abandoned, but he rightfully accepted and resumed the game, awarding Morocco the penalty for them to play, miss it, and they go further to win the game. CAF has no basis in conjunction to this law. CAF has no case to revoke their title as the champions of the AFCON. Now it remains very, very interesting to see on which side CAS will go. Would they let the IFAB rule remain superior, or they will go for the CAF ruling? And we hope to see. It's quite an interesting case to look at. However, let's look at a recent occurrence which I think is somehow parallel with this issue. And that is the CAF Champions League final between Wydad Casablanca and then Esperance de Tunis back in 2019. So in this scenario, the two teams have agreed to use VAR. However, on the day, there were some challenges with VAR and there was a disallowed goal. Due to these technical challenges, they couldn't review the VAR decision. Therefore, Wydad walked off the pitch, and then Esperance were awarded winners. The Wydad later contested this decision at CAS. However, CAS said that since the referee had waited for 90 minutes and they did not come back, and that he declared the game to have been abandoned, Esperance are rightfully the winners of the finals, despite the fact that CAF had ordered a replay of the match. So it remains very, very interesting, and we hope to see what will be the likeliest outcome of this scenario. And if you are going by the precedent and the rules of the game, in my opinion, I think CAS may rule in favor of Senegal as the champions of AFCON based on previous precedent and also the precedent between Wydad and then Esperance. Also, the fact that Morocco rightfully participated in this in the final after the game was resumed makes them a bit weaker in this position, and the fact that the referee should have made a decision to abandon the game but he allowed it to play may also rule in favor of Senegal if you are going by the rule 5.1 and the 5.2, since the referee's decision is the ultimate in this case. But hey, we don't know what to happen. This is in my opinion, this is the likeliest outcome, but we don't know what may happen. But in all this, who has to be blamed for all this mess? Well, CAF are to be blamed. In this case, they messed up the whole situation. They should have made decisions long time ago. When Senegal decided to walk off the pitch, maybe they could have told the referee that this is the law, what the law is saying, and that he could have gone ahead to abandon the game. But they were quiet, participated, awarded Senegal the trophy and the medals. So they are also to be blamed for this mess. Senegal's coach, Papetiao, did not do themselves a favor by encouraging the players to walk off. It was very embarrassing and shameful, and it was not right in a sense to do that. Also, Morocco participated in this mess by agreeing to welcome Senegal and play or continue to play when they walked off the pitch. So they also have themselves to be blamed. And for me as an African, this whole situation is an embarrassment and shameful for Africa and the tournament at large. Prior to this tournament, there had been controversies of people speaking against the tournament, Jamie Carragher, Jordan Club, belittling this tournament, and we go ahead to embarrass ourselves before the whole world like this. It's very, very, very shameful, and I'm disappointed in each and every one involved in this mess. Let me know in the comment section, do you think Senegal have a case? Do you think CAF and Morocco are right in the argument? How do you think will be a likeliest outcome? Let me know in the comment section. And hey, no hate here. We are just here to present the news. And I appreciate you for staying with me up to this point. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. Until I see you again, adios. Ciao.